Gugu, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you for having me, Jerusha.
Now, we're going to look at the 2015 Female Entrepreneurship Index, and it looks as though when it comes to these rankings of how women entrepreneurs are doing around the world, South Africa is still ranking poorly. Won't you take us through where South Africa sits in this ranking?
Okay, South Africa is ranking poorly, but if you look at it, Jerusha, we are #1 in Africa. So that shows that we are trying, but we are tops in Africa, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we're doing well. What it shows though is that if you look at how most of the countries are not doing well in terms of entrepreneurship, like high growth female entrepreneurship, that it's a challenge for all the countries in the world, because #1 being the United States, where they are doing well. And they've been around for so long in terms of entrepreneurship, and they encourage entrepreneurship. And if I can just tell you, as business partners, we selected one of the poems that was written by an American in the 1700s, which we thought they used to inspire their entrepreneurs to go into entrepreneurship, which is an entrepreneur, the entrepreneur's credo. And we use that to inspire entrepreneurs that we get in contact with. And I think as a country, if we look at how we can encourage entrepreneurship and not look at how far behind we're doing, then we'll do well in the next 20 years. Definitely not going to happen anytime soon.
So if we look at the rankings, we are ranked 36 out of 77 countries. So like you mentioned, the top of Africa, yes, but not quite the top of the world. And of course, as South Africans, we want our women in business to be ranked amongst the best internationally. Gugu, tell us what needs to be done. You say it's not an easy fix, but what needs to be done?
I think, first of all, we need to start from an early age and encourage entrepreneurship from an early age. So families need to encourage entrepreneurship in the discussions that they have with their daughters and their sons, because it's the sons that need to support the daughters in succeeding in entrepreneurship. We also then need to look at the schooling system. What we find is that entrepreneurs go into fields where they have the experience, where they have technical know-how. So we need to make sure that girls are going into those careers which are predominantly male-dominated, which are careers that are in technology, so that they are able then to start technology businesses, which are high growth businesses. They need to be encouraged to go into engineering as a career choice, because then in 10 years time, once they've got that experience in engineering in a career, then they can go into entrepreneurship being engineers. So that's the way we need to do it. But we also need to make sure that we have finance that's available to women so that they're able to start those businesses. And we need to provide them the right mentorship so that they're able to sustain those businesses so that they can be successful.
In fact, Gugu, last time we spoke, you described how your organization is literally putting money where your mouth is in terms of a 250 million rand fund for women entrepreneurs. Now, of course, this is one example of how many South African businesses could get on board. But you're, of course, able to speak to us about your specific example. Tell us how this 250 million rand fund would work.
Okay, how the fund works is that it works more or less similar to all our other funds, in that you are able to obtain finance between 500,000 and 50 million rands. But what's so special about this fund is that you are able to get then technical assistance, which is mentorship, up to the value of 25,000 rands for females that are in business. And if that is not enough, they're able to get up to 35,000 rands interest-free loan for technical assistance. And technical assistance is important because it assists women or entrepreneurs be successful in the business. So you get somebody with the right experience to provide you with the guidelines to help you as you navigate the different challenges that your business faces, and you are then able to be more successful than you would have on your own. So you have this go-to person that can assist you in your business, and the fields that they can support you in can be due diligence, it can be marketing, it can be anything that you can think of that's required in a business.
Well, Gugu, thank you so much for speaking about this today. And I think when the 2016 report comes out, you and I will have to get together again to have a chat, and hopefully we'll see South Africa a little higher up on the rankings. Thank you, Gugu.
I think, Jerusha, if you continue to talk about entrepreneurship as you do, and if we continue to celebrate female entrepreneurs, we might be doing better next year. But I think if we put our eye on the prize of 20 years or so, then we'll definitely see much improvement in the country.
Gugu, thank you for speaking to us today.
Thank you, Jerusha.